Americans find a home, and they cover rent virtually anywhere. One example, in neighborhoods like Georgetown, landlords can get $2,600 for a one-bedroom apartment. But that's where the term choice comes in. In an interview exclusively with WUSA 9's Whitney Wild, HUD Secretary Ben Carson says not enough landlords are taking those housing vouchers, and he wants that to change.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development is taking a hard look at the housing voucher program that serves roughly 2 million people in the United States. A new study out shows landlords regularly say they won't accept housing vouchers even when it's illegal to do so. So we sat down with HUD's secretary to find out how he plans to change a trend that may be leaving families on the street. When you saw how common refusing voucher holders is, what was your first reaction?
Well, you know, I knew that it was happening, but I didn't realize to that extent. And so my first reaction was, we have to do something about this.
The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development is grappling with the results of a first-of-its-kind study showing landlords often say no to renters with a housing voucher. Can you put me in the mind or in the heart of a voucher holder who has searched for maybe several months and can't find a landlord who will take their voucher?
It's very frustrating. And, you know, a lot of times you're going to have to really be dedicated and work real hard, and that's one of the reasons that we're doing this, because a lot of these voucher holders are people who really do want to succeed.
The HUD report collected data from areas around Los Angeles, Fort Worth, Texas, Philadelphia, Newark, and Metro D.C. Researchers found landlords in the Fort Worth area denied vouchers 78% of the time, while Washington, D.C. and Montgomery County landlords denied vouchers about 15% of the time, the best performance in the study. But best doesn't mean good. That's because in D.C. and Montgomery County, that number should be closer to zero. In both places, source of income is a protected class, just like race or gender. D.C. and Montgomery County are among 80 places that ban source of income discrimination, making it illegal for landlords to advertise or say they don't take vouchers.
I was angry that I was being made to feel like I was doing something wrong, when in fact they were the ones who were doing something that was wrong.
For every landlord slamming the door, there's a deeply personal story on the other side. This woman asked us to change her name and voice for her protection. She says after her marriage dissolved, she tumbled through a year-long search for a home. Was there any landlord who flat out said, we do not take this voucher?
There were two, yes.
What was the message that you heard?
It made me feel like I was not worthy enough to have a place to live. I was frightened.
Emotions, Secretary Carson revealed he understands personally.
Was there ever a point in your life where you needed a government subsidy to help you out?
My mother did accept food stamps from time to time, and I must say I wasn't very happy about it. I was embarrassed.
Secretary Carson says the biggest hurdle in opening doors is changing the hearts and minds of the people holding the keys. A study from Johns Hopkins University showed some landlords don't take housing vouchers because they don't want to deal with bureaucracy or they worry about tenant quality.
My purpose is just to create the right kind of environment for people so that they can flourish in our country.
When a landlord or agent says they won't take housing vouchers, they risk losing their license, paying tens of thousands of dollars in damages, or paying fines of up to $50,000. Later this week, HUD will unveil the full results of their study and launch listening sessions with landlords to figure out how to encourage them to take more housing vouchers. Whitney Wild, WUSA 9.
Now, if you're a prospective renter or landlord, head to our WUSA 9 mobile app or our website for a list of other protected classes in D.C. We also have a link to the rents by neighborhood for voucher holders. The numbers could be a lot higher than you think.
All right, let's start with the forecast for the morning. And you know what? Bus stop wise, it's really not bad. We're looking at cool start, temperatures in the 60s, and then pleasant recess, 77, and then going home, pleasant too. Little cloud cover comes in, especially late in the afternoon. Temperature by then will be 80 on the way home. But still, all in all, a pretty good day, just not picture perfect. Temperatures actually pretty nice. Low 80s tomorrow, low 80s Friday, low 80s on Saturday. And then, yes, cooler as we get into Sunday and Monday. Temperatures will go back into the low to mid 70s, and that's because of, well, some cloud cover and some showers and some rain as well. Okay, so headlines look like this. More clouds tomorrow, but still pleasant. Warm on Friday, isolated afternoon storm, cooler and wet for the game at FedEx. And it looks like it's going to be warm and wet for the game in College Park. So weekend's gone downhill just a little bit. So Thursday, 82, more clouds, isolated storm on Friday. Still not a bad day. And then on Saturday, we will monitor this for a yellow weather alert. Some showers and storms possible, and actually they could move in by the morning. So keep that in mind. Sunday, rain and showers, only 74, 75 on Monday. More rain and showers. Winds go northeast. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, back in the 80s with some showers and storms possible. Gnats in town through Wednesday. Leslie.
All right, it is a night full of breaking news. We're going to take you to Prince George's County for this one.